夜空をかける流れ星を今見つけられたら何を祈るだろう。旅立つ君と交わした約束、心の中にいつもある。眠れない夜に聞きたいのは君の声。朝日が来るまで語り明かした。隣で夢中に話す横顔は輝いていたよね。夢を追う君と見守る僕に同じ星の光が降り注ぐ。振り返らずに歩いてほしいと涙こらえて身をくむった。夜空をかける流れ星を今見つけられたら何を祈るだろう。旅立つ君と交わした約束、心の中にいつもある。
Wow. How about that? I haven't played this game for 20 years and I've been looking forward to it for a long time. Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in and welcome to my live play, let's play of Tales of Symphonia Remastered. Wow. I haven't played this since it was out on the GameCube 20 years ago, 21 years ago actually. And just hearing that title song just brings goosebumps down my arms because I remember it. It wasn't in the GameCube version, but all the years of fawning over this game, I still feel like I know it pretty well. If you don't know, Tales of Symphonia was actually one of the first JRPGs on the GameCube to break through in America, especially for the Tales series, which is why for people my age, you know, millennials, Tales of Symphonia is often looked back on fondly. Like for me, someone who was in the Nintendo ecosystem, it was one of my first real JRPGs, and it really got me into it. And yeah, so I'm really excited to share this with you. So tag along. Come on, we're gonna dive deep into this game. We're gonna really get into the nitty-gritty. We're gonna try to just inundate ourselves with as much lore, story, character development that we can. So yeah, let's go. New game. Let's see. Okay, so it's letting us change settings. Let's see what they give us. Skit title display. Yeah, we want to see skits. Battle controls. All right, so the Tales series, if you're familiar with them, they're RPGs, but they're action RPGs. All the battles are real time, and you get to decide whether you don't want to fight, which is auto. The game will play for you. You don't even have to worry about a thing. If you kind of want to fight, if you want to do button inputs, you can do semi-auto, where the game will run around for you. It'll I think it'll block for you, but you could do attacks and you could do special moves. Or if you really want to get into it, you can choose manual, where you can run around, you can attack, you can do everything yourself. I prefer manual. Some people don't, but that's just me. So we're sticking with manual. Vibration, please. That's it.
Once upon a time, there existed a giant tree that was the source of mana. A war, however, caused this tree to wither away, and a hero's life was sacrificed in order to take its place. Grieving over the loss, the goddess disappeared unto the heavens. The goddess left the angels with this edict. You must wake me, for if I should sleep, the world shall be destroyed. The angels bore the Chosen One, who headed towards the tower that reached up unto the heavens. And that marked the beginning of the regeneration of the world.
Lloyd Irving, wake up! Lloyd!
Oh. The first one went away on its own, but this one didn't. And there's no prompt, so I didn't know I was supposed to press a button. All right.
Ah! How do you manage to sleep standing?
So far, I'm getting mixed messages about whether I should press a button to continue a conversation or not. Because Lloyd, and when he said he had that same little blinking icon, like you're supposed to press a button to advance the dialogue. But now Rain does too. Obviously, I do need to press it, but for Lloyd, it went away on its own. So I did play the remaster a little bit, and in this first scene, there are a lot of points like that where it's a little confusing about whether you should or you shouldn't press it. Go.
Oh, Professor Rain, is class over?
Never mind. Let's have someone else answer the question. Genus, how about you?
Yes, Rain. Mythos the hero brought about the end of the ancient war in the holy ground of Karlan.
Correct. Afterwards, Mythos the hero formed a pact with the goddess Martel to seal away the Desians whom caused the war.
But the Desians came back and are now causing everyone to suffer.
We covered that in class last time, remember? When the seal weakens, the Desians reappear, just like they have now.
Yeah, I knew that. I just forgot.
Today is the day of prophecy. It is a very important day, which the Chosen of Mana will receive an oracle from the goddess Martel. Now, Chosen One, Collette.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about the journey of world regeneration.
It is a journey to seal the Desians. Upon passing the trials of the goddess Martel, the summoned spirits that protect the world awaken, and mana is restored.
Correct. I suppose we should expect the Chosen herself to know the answer to that one. Mana depletion is the cause of the current food shortages and droughts. It is said that this occurs because the Desians consume vast amounts of mana in their human ranches. The Chosen's journey has two purposes: to revive mana, as well as defeat the Desians. Now, for the next question.
What was that?
That's...
Settle down. It would seem that the time for the Oracle has come. I will go and check on the chapel. Everyone stay here and study on your own. Understood?
Professor! I'll go with you.
No, Collette. If it is the Oracle, the priests will come here for you.
YouTube's giving me mixed signals about whether this is working or not. Let me see. Let's check this real quick. Oh, good. Looks like it's working. It was just messing with me, looking like it was hung up. Sorry about that. You can skip that part. I know this is in the future now, but if you ever watch this again, skip it.
Wait here with everyone else.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now we're finally in control. So, we learned a lot in that little beginning bit there. Learned a lot of exposition. We learned that, about 4,000 years ago, there was a giant war. And in that war was stopped by one man, Mythos. And apparently, whatever he did, he sealed away these evil people called the Desians. And he did that with the power of the goddess Martel. And once every, I don't know, probably like 17 years, the seal that the goddess created starts to weaken, and the Desians come back, and which causes problems. They drain a lot of mana, which causes droughts and starvations, so terrible stuff. And in order to change that, the Chosen goes on a journey of regeneration, which will renew the seal away the Desians, and there'll be peace and prosperity for a long time to come. Collette, the blonde girl sitting in class, is our Chosen. Okay, so beyond that, we've met 4 of our playable characters so far. We've heard a 5th. which is about half of the total cast in this game. So we're already introduced to a lot of people. We got Lloyd Irving here in his hilariously red jumpsuit. He's voiced by Scott Menville, who you probably know most famously as Robin from Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. We also met Genus. His name is Genus Sage. He is the teacher's brother. Genus is Lloyd's best friend. Where Lloyd is not so smart, Genus is smart. So it only makes sense that he's the magic user of the group. But, let's see. What is her name? He is voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who you might recognize these days as being Tails from the new Sonic movies. Great actress. She's so really neat to see her in this. We've also got Collette Brunel, our chosen. She's very important to the whole story of the game, and you can almost look at it as though she's really the protagonist, because the whole story really revolves around her. But let's see. She is voiced by Heather Hogan, whose credit list isn't really that long, which is a real shame. But yeah, the teacher who left was Genus's sister. That's Rain Sage. You probably know her. She is voiced by Carrie Walgreen. She's in a bunch of stuff, but she is in Rick and Morty and other titles like that. She's really prolific. She's a great actress. This is really a star-studded game, and we'll talk about the narrator a bit later because we're going to meet him soon. So, in class, let's talk to some of these people. I was playing earlier and noticed that this girl back here says some funny stuff to Lloyd. Let's see. Why do you keep sticking your nose in things, Lloyd? You sure are a glutton for punishment. Then again, you go through the Western Forest every day to come to the village. Even though you hate to study, so I guess a lot of things you do don't make a lot of sense. What's that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? Does Lloyd not make sense? And when you talk to Collette here, she just spins in her chair. It's kind of funny. Whoop, it just spins around to see you. That light was so pretty. That's all she's got to say about the message being delivered. Genus. During class, Rain said that when the oracle comes, the Crucius crystal enshrined in the altar shines. So that light must have been emitted by the Crucius crystal at the temple. Now, there's a lot of course, fantasy in this game. So Crucius crystal is one thing to know. You'll see it soon. But basically, the Crucius crystal is very important, and it's something that Collette gets. It basically allows her to go on her journey of regeneration. It's the temple, that building north of the village. Just for a little bit of orienteering, we get to know the temple is north of the village. The professor seemed kind of nervous. That's it. Study on your own, huh? That's basically like telling us to go play. That's right, kid. When the teacher's gone, it's free reign. Oh, but look at this. There's only one set of quotation marks around the quote. I need an error counter. We're gonna ding that. So that's 3 now because we had 2 auto text advances. One without an icon, and another with an icon. Now here's a very Collette-shaped hole in the wall. We can look at it. When did this hole get here? There'll be more about that a little bit later. So, alright. Let's get started on our journey. So if we start to head out the door... Lloyd, where are you going? Don't tell me you're sneaking out. Rain will get mad. I'm really curious to find out what really happens to Collette when she receives the oracle. They always talk about the chosen of regeneration and the day of prophecy, but no one tells us what really happens. But my sister said to stay and study by ourselves. Alright, so now we get our first dialogue choice. So, this game has a lot of dialogue choices, but they don't really affect too much. They only affect the way that events play out. In this case, I've tried both of these, and what happens is I feel like the first choice is a better one for the event, because if you choose the second one, what's going to happen is the event that happens later happens now, and it really feels out of place, and you'll see why. I'll tell you about it when we get there. But for now, let me also tell you, dialogue choices will pop up in this game, and this game has a hidden stat for friendship. Everybody in your party has a friendship level, and the choices that you make throughout the game, and some of the actions you take too, will affect how they feel about you. Some characters are a lot harder to get affection for, or manipulate their affection for, than others. And like for instance, you start the game with Collette at plus 150 affection, because she's one of your best friends. I mean, Genus is too, but I think Genus only starts at plus 60. Everyone else pretty much starts at 0. So as you go on in this game, you're going to get even about 30 hours in, you're going to be meeting new people. And these people start with 0 affection. They're competing against Collette, who has plus 150. And like I said, the decisions you make can kind of alter the way events play out. And the person who you're most affectionate with, or who feels the strongest towards you, will usually tend to be the one who's prevalent in scenes. So for this playthrough, we're probably going to play pretty conservatively, and it's probably going to be Collette. So you'll see Collette doing a lot of things, like checking on us or talking with us a lot more, and that's okay. As we go on, we'll try to do some more advanced things, because there are a couple of very different ways that you can take the story depending on who you're most affectionate with. But like I said, for now, it's Collette. Tune in again later for some of the more interesting ones. Okay, so in this case, like I said, this one mostly dictates what's going to happen, and I like the first choice, so we're going with that. It's research. That's just an excuse. So? An excuse is an excuse, right? Don't be so stuffy. You're coming too, right? We're best friends after all. Ah, there you go. Collette, want to come along too? Huh? Okay. So, where to? Where else? That light. You're directly involved in all of this. Aren't you curious? Are you curious about it? Of course. Okay, then I'll be curious about it too. See, Dwarven Vow number 4. Don't depend on others. Walk on your own 2 legs. Okay then, let's go to the temple. Not the Dwarven Vows again. You always use those when you need an excuse. Collette and Genus have joined the party. Now we get an introduction to skits. Press the back button when it appears at the left edge of the screen for a skit. Skits contain hints about where to go next, as well as offer a variety of fun chats between the characters. So, one thing that the Tales series does different than a lot of other RPGs is it has skits. Skits are usually just little banter between the party members, whether they're offbeat or story relevant. They're fun and engaging, and they're a good way to get character development, to kind of hear what the characters have to say about not only what's happened, but where they are, what they're doing, who they've met, and it's just a lot of fun talk. Now, unfortunately, in the English version, they are not voiced. They've never been voiced. Even in the remaster, they're not voiced. But in the remaster, you do get to switch to Japanese, and in Japanese, they are fully voiced. Kind of a shame that they didn't do it for English, especially for a remaster. It's like a 20th anniversary kind of thing, and they didn't do it. But whatever. They're not voiced. But here's our first skit. It'll be fine. I wonder if Rain's going to be mad at us. Don't worry. All we have to do is get back to class before she does. But wasn't Professor Rain going to the temple too? What if we run into her? We'll be fine. Probably. And that's a skit. It's just a short... Most of them are short. They're just short little banters. Things that the characters would think about and that we don't get to know until they say it. In the newest game, Tales of Arise, I feel like the skits didn't contribute as much as they could have. They got really heavy, very deep in the story. They weren't light, they weren't fun, but here in Tales of Symphonia and a lot of the other ones sort of around this, you'll see that they're a lot more jovial and lighthearted, but still good. I mean, I like the skits. So let's go. Now that Genus and Collette are in the party, we can look at this hole again and we'll get a little bit more talk. A little bit more backstory. When did this hole get here? Have you forgotten, Lloyd? This happened when Collette... It was during last year's spring cleaning. I was mopping and then accidentally... You're such a klutz, Collette. Collette obtained the title of Klutz. So another thing about this game, your characters are in titles. Titles are earned throughout the course of the game, doing various kinds of things like reaching certain milestones or performing certain actions, and you can equip them to your characters, kind of like equipment, and they will boost your stats. They'll give you more health, they'll give you more strength, they'll increase your intelligence, all sorts of little things, and some titles will change your appearance. They'll give you costumes. So that was a lot of fun. Collecting the titles is one of those things that you do, like if you want to do it. Some of them are pretty hard. In this one, we might not get a lot of titles in this playthrough, but we'll see what happens. We'll just get them as we go. I won't try for any. For instance, one of them is... Hold on, let me open up the menu and I'll show you. There we go. It's Y. All right, this is our menu. Let's look at our equipment real quick. One of the titles is Lloyd has to wear these wooden blades until you defeat a certain boss. It's not that far away, but the wooden blades are not very strong, and on your first playthrough, it's not really something that you should try for. I mean, you can, if you really want to. I mean, some people play this on insane mode, and I don't know why, but that's one of the titles that you can get for Lloyd. Keep your wooden blades on him, do not equip any other weapon until you defeat a certain boss a little bit later. So it's just things like that. And like for Genus, you can get a title by not using any healing equipment during battles, more specifically gels. Here's a gel. We have apple gels right here. Gels are a way that we heal ourselves. So you get a title for not healing yourself during battle. I mean, that's pretty tough. And you get that title way late in the game when you defeat a boss much later. So that is certainly hard. But on New Game Pluses, Tales games do New Game Plus, which gives you a lot of boosts, makes some of these things a lot easier. So usually the first playthrough is not something that you try to get the titles on. But yeah. So let's see. I don't think we need to talk about anything else on the menu for now, so let's go. One of these kids, if we talk to him, Lloyd, you're going to the temple, then I'll give you this. Yes, this kid will give us some magic lens. If you have a magic lens, you'll be fine even if you run into a strong monster. How come? You can check them out, and if it looks like you'll lose, you can just run away. Alright, so we just got some magic lenses. There they are. Oh, we got one. Thanks. So magic lens is a way that you can look at your opponent. It'll show you their HP, it'll show you their weaknesses, and it'll show you any items that they drop. But in this game, it only shows you that when you use it. And in future games, they do it so where if you use it on an enemy and you look at them again in battle, I'll talk about that in a minute, you can see all those stats again. But in this game, if you use it on an enemy, it'll open up a little stat page for them where you can learn about them. But if you close that in battle, you can't reopen it. But anyway, we'll get there very soon. Nothing really going on in here. It's a one classroom kind of school. Let's go on outside. What's going on? It's awfully quiet. Where did everybody go? Collette. Colette's father, Frank. Father. Oh, there you go. Frank. Thank goodness you're safe. Frank, what happened to everyone in the village? They're all hiding. The Desians invaded the village just a short while ago. Thankfully, no one was hurt. They passed through the village and headed for the temple. Why? Iselia has a non-aggression treaty with the Desians. You mean that agreement where they don't attack the village as long as we leave the human ranch alone? Yes. Grandmother said it's to protect me. Oh, where's Grandmother? Phaedra is at the temple, preparing for the ritual. Phaedra's in the temple? Well, that's where the Desians... The priests are there with her. There's no need to worry. Now, Collette, I know. I promised to fulfill my duty as the Chosen. Good luck, Collette. Lloyd, Genus, you two should go on home. I'm worried about letting Collette go by herself. I'll go with her to the temple. Me too. But, all right. Thank you. I'll wait at the house. Come back immediately if anything happens. Now the depressing music is gone and we get the lighthearted music of the first village, Iselia. Listen to that. Personally, I like the soundtrack of this game. Some critics said that it could have been bigger and bolder, but a lot of these songs are really good, especially if you consider that they're 20 years old. This game came out in 2004. Yeah, very good. Good soundtrack. You'll hear a lot of it as we go. What do we got over here? We got the mayor's house. I think this is the mayor's house. It's locked. It's almost always locked. I don't know if I've ever been inside of it. Let's just pop on over here. Oh, Lloyd, do you need something from my house? No, not really. We're supposed to go to the temple. Come on! In case you've forgotten, you get to the temple by going out the north exit. From there, it's straight up the path. Thanks, Genus. So this is Genus's house, Genus and Rain. There's a locked container over here that we'll come back to very soon. And over here in this corner, there's a bookshelf with a book that we can read. Man, these books look really tough. Does the professor always read stuff like this? These are mine, Lloyd. They're all Rain's old books, but they're so interesting I had to read all of them. Oh, jeez. Alright, first we get that. Now we can read it. It's called The Desians, a Lineage of Darkness. The Desians, an organization which opposes the Crucius, are comprised primarily of half-elves. When looking at the overall organization, however, there are many humans who were lured by evil and now serve among their ranks. These humans who reject salvation from heaven are referred to as the Fallen. So this is very interesting. 20 years ago when I was playing this on the GameCube, I do not remember reading this book, but it's interesting to hear that the themes that they tried to put in there, like Christian themes. You got heaven, you have a goddess. They referred to these humans who were lured by the promises of the Desians as fallen. It's very interesting. And of course, a lot of this game has those Christian type tones because we've got angels, we've got more than like that, salvation. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see as we go. I think that's about all that we can really do here. What happens if I try to leave? The way to the temple is through the north exit, right? Can't even get close. What does this guy have to say? This guy up here, on top of the guard tower, with the bell. The Desians headed for the sanctuary. So how'd they get past these guys? What did these guys do? They just step aside? Just say, come on in. I guess they're only really trained to stop beasts. Alright, so here in this building here, hold on. This building right here is Halo. This is the shop in the village. Not too much going on here. But we can talk to this guy. We can pick up some good stuff. I think we've got some money. We've got $500. Got some gels, life bottle for reviving from KO. Let's grab some magic lenses. And while we're here, all this equipment we're already wearing. Don't need it. We don't need another one. We don't even have the money for it, really. But chicken, lettuce, tomato, bread, egg. Food. Cooking is a very important part of the Tales games. We'll talk about that soon. But for now, we're going to drop some money on some boots because they provide a little bit of defense. Like if we were to put them on Collette. It's at 2 points of defense, which is fine. We'll take it. That's great. I'll just get 2. Yes. Alright. So before I equip those, I mentioned how cooking is important. Here's the tab right here. Cooking. And honestly, so one of the things that really got me interested in this game was the Nintendo Power episode that came out. It was volume 180, I think. I've been looking it up. And one of the lines in it was, it was talking about this JRPG coming to American shores. And one of the lines in the opening paragraph was, you can even make a ham sandwich. And I was like, yeah, that's funny. I can make a ham sandwich. Yeah, I want to do that. Let me get this game and make a ham sandwich. And it's true, you can make a ham sandwich. The first recipe we have is sandwich. So, the developer said that they wanted cooking to be in these games because it promotes the camaraderie. And that's something that's very important in all of these games, that all of these characters, they're, and they're not just working towards the same goal. They're friends, they're family. It's important to them that they stick together. And what brings people together better than food? You can make a long list of recipes, 24 recipes, see there in the top left. And, recipes require food. Top is what's required. You can supplement it with other things like some meat, like ham, and some veggies. I don't know why you'd put lemon on a beef and green sandwich, but to each their own. You earn recipes as you go through the game. We'll find some real soon. But for now, can you cook from here? You can, with X. Alright. But basically when you choose a recipe, you choose a person to cook it. And the stars next to their name is how well they'll make the recipe. You do have a chance to fail where you don't get the benefits. But for the most part, you don't have to worry too much about it failing. And like bread, Lunchtime Classic restores a small amount of HP. You'll get some HP. It's nothing to write home about, but it's still nice. We have enough for 3 sandwiches. And after every battle, you can cook to get this benefit. So if you're running low on HP, just cook a sandwich and good to go. But for now, let's equip those boots on Collette. That's an accessory. Boots. And Genus. Boots. So if you're looking at these weapons, now that I'm here in this equipment slot, you'll see that some of these weapons are different. They're interesting. Like, of course, Lloyd, he's got swords. Cliche JRPG hero. But it's not just any sword. He's got 2 swords. He'll explain his logic for that later. But 2 swords. But then Collette, she's got this thing called a chakram. And I was like, wow, that's really weird. It's kind of like a frisbee. But I learned a little bit more about it. It's an Indian weapon. And they're basically little bladed rings that you spin on your finger. You throw it. It's very interesting. Kind of looks like a throwing knife. But you spin it. Spin it on your finger and throw it. Pretty cool. Very different. And then Genus, he uses a kendama. A ball and stick toy. That's his weapon. It's very funny. I love it. I dig it. All right, we got everything that we could. Let's see. What else can we do here? It's a tight fit through here, but we can go. I don't think there's anything to do. It's a bucket that we can walk straight through right there. You can barely see it. Nope. Come around the back. This game is kind of sticky. I don't remember the original being like that, where you can like clip onto walls. Like, it just grabs you instead of just letting you slide around it. It's locked. Oh, of course, the houses are locked because the Desians came through. Let's see. What's over here? A locked house? It's a locked house. I knew it. So up here, this is Collette's house. Inside is Frank, and he'll give us a free healing, so we'll take advantage of that a lot. Fully healed. Now, I don't think there's anything we can do in here now. Oh, it is here. So I played this, and I found this. This little bookshelf over here has another story. And when I went back to the original, it wasn't there. So I didn't know if you could only read this a little bit later, or what, or if it was only in this one. And now, since it's here now, maybe it's only in the remaster. But there's another book here in Colette's room, so let's read it real fast. I wonder if any of these books are hiding some hint about regenerating the world. What about this one? The Teachings of Martel. Let's see. Chapter 1. The Establishment of the Church of Martel. Any serious study of the church must begin with a lesson in world regeneration. Perhaps you are already familiar with the legends. At the center of the world, there once grew a mighty tree that bore manna as its fruit. But the flames of war saw the tree wither, and it was the life of a hero, given willingly, that became manna. Moved and saddened by his sacrifice, the goddess retreated to her heavenly abode. An angel bore her message to the world. If I slumber over long, all creation will crumble. You must awaken me. The angel gave birth to the Chosen. The Chosen sought the tower to heaven, and so the cycle of regeneration was begun. So opens the most notable legend on the origins of the rite. Huh. First I'm hearing about it. Seriously, Lloyd? We learned that the morning of the Day of Prophecy. That was today, by the way. Okay, second time I'm hearing about it. My poor sister. How do I reach these kids? Lloyd's not the smartest sword in the scabbard, but he's he's very noble. What he lacks in brain smarts, he makes up for in heart smarts. Alright, that was it. That was the town. 1, 2, 3. 3? 3 scenes? Yeah. Here we are at a memory circle. You can save your game on this memory circle. It's a save point. Ignore that save. We'll just go over that. Alright. Now as we try to leave the village, we'll be confronted with our first battle. It's about time. Whoa, it's a monster. I thought the northern region where the temple is located was a sanctuary. Why are there... It must be part of the trial. Martel's trial involves battling monsters. We don't have time to talk. Let's get this thing. Roger. Alright, so now we have a lore reason for monsters. Because the seal is weakening, and because the journey of regeneration must begin, monsters have come into the world. There you go. That's why there are monsters.
Let's get this over with.
Alright, so here we are. We're in a battle. We're in control of Lloyd right now, and we can run left, we can run right, and we can jump. I like to jump over enemies and get them from behind. Let's see. We have a block, and a back step automatically. A button to attack. Bam.
I was just
Easy.
warming up.
And that's what battles are like in Tales of Symphonia. Live action. It blew my mind when I was playing this for the first time. I'd only known RPGs to be, you get a little menu, you choose what you want to do, you wait your turn, and then your action gets completed. But then in this, you get to move around and attack however you want. That was crazy. And it was so cool. It was just the coolest thing I've ever seen. Lloyd, you're amazing. Well, I owe it to this thing, though. That's right, the X-Sphere. Yeah, it's designed for combat and brings out my maximum strength. Without this thing, I'd be nothing. But you're still strong, Lloyd. Yeah, at least his sword skills are good. What do you mean, at least? Oh, there's another one. Let's go, you two. Wait, Lloyd. The professor said magic is more effective than physical attacks against non-physical and spiritual monsters. Really? Yes! Okay then, I'll leave the ghost to Genus. I'll go for the zombie. During battle, press right bumper to switch the controlled character's target to the closest enemy. Tilt left or right while holding the right bumper to select a target freely. Okay, here we go. Alright, so they just taught us how to target enemies, and actually what I like to do in a lot of Tales games is just hold the button, the right bumper, as we go into battle, because that'll kind of like freeze it and let us see what's going on. So let's see if I can do that. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so here we are. We're targeting enemies, right? By default, we went to the ghost, and we're just saying, I'll target the zombie, so then we just go for the zombie. Alright, so ghost and zombie, as you can see, we don't know their health. That's what the magic lens is for. So let's release the right bumper and open up our item menu. Oh, that's pause. There we go. Okay, it's Y. So now we can use items. We choose who is going to use the item. I guess I'll use it. We use a magic lens on the zombie. Now watch this.
It's over with. There.
Alright, see, that's all we get. We get one little pop-up that says their HP, their MP, and their weakness, and their resistance. And now, when you target them again, you don't get to see any more of that. You only get to see their health. So were you paying attention? What was he weak to? I think he was weak to fire. Only Genus knows fire. I only know how to bash things.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Press B to use your special attacks. One of the iconic Tales sword fighter moves is Demon Fang, a kind of projectile move, so that's nice. Alright, here we are. We just won a battle. let's talk real quick about what's going on at the top. So, of course, you get experience. You get bonus experience based on how you do. Also, how high your combo is. Gald, that's gold. That's money. How fast your battle was, 19 seconds. That's pretty good. Could probably get that down to 5 later on in the game. And then you get grade. Grade is a very special currency in Tales games. It's based on how you do, the things that you do, whether you hit weak points, how high your combo was. If you use items or if you get knocked out, that's negative grade. If you take too long, that's negative grade. And throughout the game, your grade will add up. You can spend it on special things like special gems later, special items, or if you save it for the end of the game, you unlock a special menu for your new game where you can spend it on things like enhanced health, 10 times experience, remember all of your titles and stuff like, or carry over your titles. So it's worth getting a lot of grade, and it's not real easy to get, but you get it as you go. I mean, look, we probably made 1 grade over those 2 battles, right? So you don't have to worry about it too much. Just try to keep it in the positive. Also, Colette's looking a little weak. 106. Let's cook a sandwich. Bam. Successfully prepared a sandwich. Now she's at 118. What's that? 12 HP. So 5%. Okay, we'll take it. It's important to choose the target wisely when there's a lot of monsters or if we're up against a dangerous one. It's especially important when saving an ally that's in trouble. We have to be careful. Let's go to the temple. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's how you battle in Tales of Symphonia. I know I just cooked, but we're going to go to Frank and get healed. Why not? If we're going to be leaving town, we might as well. Are you alright? Here, let me heal you. Fully healed. Alright, what are we looking like? We are... What level are we? It doesn't say here. But we'll go to status. Status, level 3. Alright, so we're level 3. Here you get to see their character name. Their title. Here's Lloyd's. His is a swordsman. Their stats and his equipment. So let's go to Collette. Here's Collette. And you can actually change her title because we got her Klutz title. I forgot to put it on. So here you go. She has 2 titles now. Fledgling Chosen. I'm still a fledgling, but to save the world. Her smile heals the most wounded of souls. And Klutz. The countless miracles come naturally. Is it okay to make a hole in the wall at school? And as you can see down here, it gives you a boost, because it's green, to HP, strength, and accuracy. So it's better than Fledgling Chosen, so let's take it. Klutz. Oh, what about Genus, you say? Well, it's Genus Sage. He's a magic user. Magic user. The first title given to those who study magic. Follow the path of sorcery. Hopefully we get some for him later. Later, I mean soon. Alright, let's go see if we can get some levels. Make it to that temple. Another skit. What's the temple like? Say, Collette, what's it like inside the temple? We've never been inside, so it's kind of exciting. Well, it's sort of dark because not much sunlight makes it through. That's not quite what I was expecting. But then again, I've never been to the inner part either. I can't wait to get inside. If only you could keep up this enthusiasm the entire time. What's that supposed to mean? Alright, so these are the enemies in the overworld. Silhouettes. You don't know what you're fighting until you fight them. Some people say those big ones, like what I just ran into, have rarer enemies. Who knows? It's hard to say. But anyway, here's our first wild battle. A wolf, which is mid-attack. Yikes. Rabbit and a hawk. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but when we get into these battles, the screen is white, and it's like the fight starts right away. In this remaster, there's something wrong that it wasn't like in the GameCube version. In the GameCube version, it would start with kind of like a faraway camera, and it would pan between the enemies and you, and then it would zoom in and the battle would start. But now, I kind of feel like the battles start, and then when the game finally loads you in, it's like it's already going. So hence we have a wolf mid-attack right now. But whatever. That's why you hold right bumper, to capture them and make sure you can plan appropriately, like guarding.
No way! Demon Bang! Demon Bang!
Sorry.
Demon Bang! I was just warming up.
No problem. So, when we fight, you might notice that I'm getting some unique combos going. Depending on the way that you move your control stick, you can do different moves. You can either do just a normal attack, you can do an up attack, normal attack like that. It's just one attack and a spin. But if you hold forward for your first attack, then let it go, you'll do 3 attacks. You'll do a forward attack, a normal attack, and a spin attack, so you get an extra combo. Didn't really help though, I only got a 5-hit. Man. Let's just habit. Let's just habit that I've accrued from playing it before. That slightly longer combo can give you a little bit of an edge, especially since it makes enemies flinch, so why not?
Don't you guys let up?
Demon Bang!
You might notice Colette's not looking too hot. We might not be either.
Demon Bang!
Get him!
That's why we gave her that extra defense.
Demon Bang!
Whew.
Is everyone all right?
Ah, negative grade. Look at that. Probably because I took too long. Failed at making a sandwich when Collette needed it the most. Probably be best if I used a gel right now. I might as well use one too. Let's go back to Frankenheal.
Here comes more of this! Get him!
Demon Bang! No way! Demon Bang!
We're in just a bit of a tight spot right now because we do not have
Sorry.
somebody to heal us.
Demon!
Dwarven vow number 7.
Justice and love will always win.
Oh, I hate that saying.
Dwarven vow number 7. Justice and love will always win. You might be saying, huh, Lloyd's a human. What's he talking about dwarven vows for? Well, you'll learn soon. I mean, I guess I can tell you. His dad's a dwarf. Alright, free healing. Have I made any money after all that? I don't think I can stock up on apple gels. Only 466 gold. Let's see what I can do. $100 gold each. I should buy them back. Alright. before I head to the temple, I want to try to get to level 5. So we're gonna do a little bit of grinding for just a moment. Oh, there's level. Duh, it was right there in front of my face. 322. All right, we'll just say level 4. It'll come quick. We'll stay close to town, get that healing, then go right back out. What about this small guy? Okay.
No way!
Get him!
Demon Fang! No way! Take Demon Fang!
Get him!
Not that way.
That was just warming up.
All right. Oh, look at that grade, man. +2. That's really good. I don't know why. I don't know why it gave me that, but I'll take it. So the Tales games, at least up until I want to say Vesperia, maybe, they used the linear motion battle system. That's what they're known for. That's what they called it. And it's been iterated on for almost every Tales game since the first one, Fantasia, up until Tales of Vesperia. And what it is it's the linear motion battle system. So you can just imagine there's a line drawn between your character and the enemy, and that's where you battle. That's what you get. There's no free roam in these battles. You're stuck on a track, basically, between you and your opponent. You can kind of finesse your way around by, like, let's say, okay, the wolf is here. I want to go that way, so let me come with this rabbit. It's so hard because you got to get over him.
Get him!
Wow, I'm about to die.
Demon Fang!
Wow.
Fireball!
Linear motion battle system. It's just a line between you and your opponent, and that's all you get. Yeah. Makes for little tough battles, as you can see. Okay, so I got knocked out. Minus almost 2 grades. So all that good grade that we just got, we lost. Alright, gotta go heal. That was embarrassing. Overworld character switched to Collette. I guess because Lloyd was down. Oh, you don't even get 1 HP back. You're out. Wow, special line. Collette, be careful. Yes, father. Fully healed. That's nice. So you can switch your visible character at any time by pressing A when you're hovering over the characters. It can be Genus, it can be Collette, it can be Lloyd. Lloyd's the cliche hero of this game. But as you just saw, certain characters on the field will get you certain special events or special lines, just little dialogues, and that was one of them. I did not expect to see that. I should have, though. That's her dad. Of course he'd want her to be careful. That's cool. Alright, bring it on. I won't go down so easy this time. Oh, what's this? We got a giant bee.
Demon Fang! No way! Take it like that! Demon Fang!
Right there!
Nice. Alright, Colette's about to be level 3. I mean, that's good enough. We'll just go to the temple.
Demon Fang!
Alright, so here's what I'm talking about. Linear motion battle system. There's a line between me and the hawk, and wherever the hawk goes, the hawk has free roam, but I don't. I can only go back and forth between them. Now I'm targeting the rabbit, so it's back and forth between us.
Demon Fang! That was just warming up.
2 years after Tales of Symphonia came out, Tales of the Abyss came out. And that game introduced free running, where you can run around the arena, and that blew everybody's mind.
Reinforcements, huh? Demon Blast! No way!
But you didn't have it the whole time. You had to earn it. So there's a chance that you could have not even gotten free roam, never been able to experience it.
Dwarven vow
But
number 7. Justice and love will always win.
Oh, I hate that saying.
But then free roam became a standard, and like with Tales of Berseria, or did Zestiria come out first? One of those. It's just always on.
Let's get this over.
Like especially in the newest one, Tales of Arise, it's free roam all the time. There is no linear motion in that game. Brand new combat system, which is nice.
Demon Fang!
Don't bother me.
Don't bother me.
There.
Wait, Lloyd leveled up? Huh, he did. Colette's still level 2. Let's get a quick heal. And then we'll go to the temple. Advance the story. Oh, I don't need to go upstairs, just need to talk to Frank. Will he tell Collette to be careful still? He will. What if Collette goes up to her room? We already read that. Alright. So one of the nice things about Tales of Symphonia that I liked, looking back on it, especially after Tales of Vesperia, and I'll tell you why in a moment, is that in Tales of Symphonia, one of the really important things as far as not only the story but the characters is family. Everybody has a family. Everybody has a dad. Everybody has a sister. Everybody has somebody that they're related to that's important to them. Like Collette has Frank, and her grandmother Phaedra is up at the temple. Lloyd has his dad, who we'll meet later. Genus has his sister, and everybody is important. The next game that comes out, Tales of the Abyss, family is still there, and it's still very important, and it plays an even bigger role in character development, the way that the story progresses. But then Tales of Vesperia came along on the Xbox 360, and I remember playing it. It's a lot of fun. It's a great Tales game. It really is. It looks great. It feels great. It's a great game. But I played it, and I just felt like there was something missing, and I thought about it, and I looked back on it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no families. Nobody has parents. Nobody has siblings. Nobody even talks about them. The family isn't there, and it just felt like it was an important thing that was just gone. And you don't realize it until you come back and you play this, and you get this little dialogue line where the dad tells his daughter to be careful. And I think that's really nice. And like I said, you miss that when it's not there. When it is there, you don't really think about it. It's just a part of the story and the characters. But when it's not there, you can't help it but be like, huh, why isn't it there? Out of my way.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Watch this!
Alright, new skill, Sonic Thrust. So, if we look at our tech menu, called techs in this game, later on they're called arts. That kind of becomes the standard. But in this game, they're techs. Techs are activated depending on pressing the button, plus a direction. You can either not move a direction and press the button. That's this one. Or you can press up, press the button. You can hold down, press the button, and then left and right. And that's it, huh? I don't know why this is a plus, because you use the left stick for it. Let me try using the plus pad. Does the plus pad work? Oh, the plus pad does work. Just in case you wanted to play like that. Okay.
There.
in the GameCube version, they just used the stick as the symbol for which direction. So using the plus pad just seemed a little out of place. All right, here we are at the temple. Now, I mentioned earlier, if you remember, I know I've been doing a lot of just meaningless stuff because now we're right back in the story. But I mentioned earlier that the event we see here would have happened back in the classroom. So keep that in mind as this event plays out. Whoa, that light really is coming from the temple. Then an oracle is going to be conveyed. Colette's going to be the chosen of regeneration. It's really, really bright. Say, Collette, when the oracle is conveyed, you'll become the chosen who will save the world, right? You're going to be like the hero Mythos. So maybe you should act a little more, chosen-like. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Hey, there's a lot of commotion at the temple. You're right. Alright, listen to this. Not the really cool song called Search a Seal, but the sound effects. It's like a 3-second sound effect, and it's a loop. It's really short. It's really obvious that it's a loop. Back in the GameCube version, it was a lot more unique and varied. It was a little bit longer, and it wasn't as repetitive. Very odd. Now, I will say, I should have said this earlier, but I'll say it now. The GameCube version of Tales of Symphonia is unique. It's very special. It was the only one like it. After the GameCube, Tales of Symphonia got ported to the PS2 for the Japanese audience. When they did that, a lot of things changed. They had to change a lot to get everything to 30 frames per second, where on the GameCube it was 60 frames per second. And I think when they moved it to the PS2, they changed a lot of other things too. And every version of Tales of Symphonia since the PS2, has been using the PS2 version, not the GameCube version. So these little audio errors may have been present in every version of the game since. I never played the PS2 version, it was only Japanese. But I remember when Tales of Symphonia came out bundled with Tales of Symphonia 2 on the Wii. I never actually played it, but it could have been present there, because like I said, everything that happened between the GameCube and the PS2 has persisted between every iteration since. And this is one of them. And I feel like the battles are one of them. I feel like some of the discrepancies with the auto-advancing text boxes is one of the problems. But anyway, we've reached the temple, and now we're about to see what exactly is going on up there. Here comes a priest. Oh, chosen one. Pastor, hey, are you all right? The Desians broke the non-aggression treaty and attacked the temple. Chosen one, quickly, the oracle. I know. Please, be careful. I regret that I will not be able to protect the chosen. Pastor, hang on. It's no good. He's gone. No! I'm going. Collette, there are Desians in there. Yes, but I have to go. I'm the chosen. My job is to accept the oracle on the day of prophecy. Did you see that? Her mouth only moves when the text advances, but I have the text set to go really fast, so she doesn't talk. Her mouth doesn't move. Bug report. The two of you wait here, okay? Lloyd, are you going to let Collette go by herself? Here's another decision. So, obviously, I'm going to get you points with Genus and Collette, more affection points, and I'll wait for you does not, or gives you negative points. I don't know what kind of soulless person would say I'll wait for you, but I'm going to. I can't let you go by yourself. Are you sure? It's dangerous. Dwarven vow number 1. Let's all work together for a more peaceful world. Let's go. Wait, I'm going too. I'm worried about Rain. Thanks, both of you. Alright, so that was the scene. If we had waited back in the classroom, that priest who came down the stairs here, that priest would have made it all the way back to town, come into the room, the classroom, and collapse and die there. And I feel like that doesn't really make much sense, because how you saw that path that we just took. We fought like 20 monsters to get here. How would a priest who's already dying get down the stairs, go all the way back to town, know that we're in class when all the doors are locked, know that we're in class, be able to find us, and then collapse? So I don't think that really works. This way works a lot better. That was very nice.
Where is the Chosen?
Run, Collette!
Lord Boda, there she is.
Look at that. Nice tilt. So you know that there's trouble. Classic cinematography move.
Chosen One, your life is mine.
Bota.
I won't let you Desians get away with anything!
Desians?
What's so funny?
Well then, die at the hands of the Desians you so hate. Get them!
Let's...
Alright, so I'm hovering over this guy, and you get to see his name. Can I pause this? No, I can't. He's called Renegade Swordsman number 2. Now, I have to pause this for a second. Oh, and look, you do get to see his name. Alright. Hang on. We're gonna do something here real fast. Let me show you this. Bam. Look at that. I made that. You like that? Alright, I just want to tell you something real quick. So this guy is a Renegade Swordsman. Renegade Swordsman 2. You're not supposed to know that. Okay? You shouldn't know that, and it's a problem that they left that in there. In the GameCube version, these guys were question marks. That's all you got to know. You didn't get to know anything about them. The fact that they let you know that this is a Renegade Swordsman is kind of a spoiler. You're not really supposed to know that. That's something that comes to light later, maybe a little bit later, but still later. Right now, you're supposed to be under the impression that these are Desians, that these are evil people coming here to purposefully kill the Chosen. But now you know that they're renegades. Now maybe you can play this off as, oh, haha, yeah, they're renegades. You know, they are Desians, and they're just going against their orders because they broke the non-aggression treaty. And maybe you can justify it like that. But that's not the truth. The truth is that the Renegades are a faction that you're not supposed to know about yet. Obviously, we're introduced to them. We know Bota, and now we're encountering these Swords people, but we don't know that they're Renegades. We're still supposed to be under the impression that they're half-elves, that they are Desians. That's my little rant. Don't let the name throw you off, because just imagine it's question marks and we don't know anything about them. Alright. Spoilers over. Let's go. Let me use one of those magic lenses. Just to say I did. By the way, if you get to attack from the back, more often than not, you'll get to do a guard break. That's why I try to jump over and get him from the back. There you go, guard break. Bam! Mop the floor. Only for a half grade.
Do not get in our way.
Now we get our first boss of sorts, Vidarr. Let's see here. Nope. Let's use another magic lens.
Thrust! No way!
How?
Oh, easy.
Man, this guy is really tough. Who are you?
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way. That's his name. Get out of the way.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
I'll crush you. Demon Fang. Crush you. Demon Fang.
Getting there. Chipping away at his health.
Demon Fang.
He just broke his hammer. That's funny.
Can't believe I lost to a bunch of kids.
Just as I expected.
Hey, got a title, Combo Newbie. Because we got 11 hits, that's 10 hit combos for a Combo Newbie title.
I never thought you'd show up. Damn! Retreat for now!
Amazing!
This guy's incredibly strong.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Is everyone all right? No one seems to be hurt.
Is that an X-Sphere?
How can I ever thank you for saving the Chosen?
I see. So this girl is the next Chosen.
That's right. I have to go accept the Oracle. Grandmother, I'm going to undergo the trial now.
Fast auto advance text there.
What trial?
The monsters, I assume. An evil presence radiates from inside this chapel.
Yes, that is correct. The Chosen is to receive judgment from heaven, but the priests that were to accompany her fell at the hands of the Desians.
And I'll take on the job of protecting Collette.
Lloyd, I would be uneasy with just you.
Your name is Lloyd?
Yeah, but who are you to ask for my name?
Famous Lloyd line.
I am Kratos, a mercenary. As long as you can pay me, I'll accept the job of guarding the Chosen.
Under the circumstances, I have little choice. Please be of service.
It's a deal, then.
Wait, I'm going too.
Lloyd, you'll only get in the way. Be a good boy and wait here.
Another decision. So, every time that I've played this, I think of Lloyd. And if I were Lloyd, I would say the first one. What did you say? Obviously, that's the right choice. If you say that, you get negative affection points with Kratos. So gotcha, get positive, but we're Lloyd. What did you say to me?
What did you say?
Did I not make myself clear? You're a burden. Go home.
Mr. Kratos? Would it be okay to take Lloyd along too?
But
Please. I get nervous when Lloyd's not around.
Do as you wish.
Let's go, Genus.
What? I'm going too?
Of course.
this isn't a field trip, you know.
Thanks, Collette.
It's the truth.
So, this is what the inside of the temple is like. Collette, you've been in here many times, right? Yeah, but it seems different than usual. I sense the presence of monsters. Don't let your guard down. We can handle a few measly monsters. Let's go. Wait, Lloyd, are your sword techniques self-taught? Yeah, that's right. What is this thing? If you're going to use a sword, then at least learn the basics. You want to protect the Chosen, don't you? You think you know so much. We got a training manual. Alright, we made it inside the temple. Let's check something out real fast, and then we'll call it a day. We'll go on up here for a little tiny skit. Not skit, it's an event. It's sealed. The Sorcerer's Ring can probably open it. It's enshrined in this temple. Where is it? Let's hurry up and go get it. I don't know. I'm sorry. Fine, we'll look for it. Man. Alright. I think that's good. Let's find a, memory circle. Huh. Is there not one? Maybe there isn't one here. We'll go back out to the field and save. System. Save. Right there. Alright. Level 4s, except for Collette. She's level 3. That's alright. Beat that boss, no problem. Don't need to be level 5. Alright. So, that's it for now. That's the beginning of our journey to regenerate the world. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I really like this game. Not only for the member berries, but because this is a fun, this is a great RPG. I'm sorry I bogged it down with a little bit of talking. There's fights. I died. But hopefully you'll join me next time as we try out some more stuff. Find some more of those hidden dialogues, hopefully by swapping out characters and such. Yeah, we'll experience some more, see what happens with this little ragtag group, and well, look forward to it. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you again next time. Oh, hey, by the way, since you're still here, Let me show you something. Let me show you something that I found as I was trying to set this up. I was trying to set this stream up, so I was out here at the main menu for a while. This will probably take a minute, but bear with me. I think it's kind of cool. So, as you know, when you boot up the game, it opens up with the Japanese title song. Ooh, I forget what it's called. I really should know it, but I don't off the top of my head. It'll play here in just a second. By the way, I'd mentioned the killer soundtrack to this game, and even that opening song, that... How about that? That's a fun little thing. There are two opening songs to this game. The main one is, I think it's Starry Heavens. It's what was originally planned for the game. Didn't make it into the American GameCube version. Instead, it got an orchestral score, I'll call it, because it's not anything. It's a unique piece that was only for that. Starry Heavens was meant for this game. It's the one that plays when it boots up. And then this one, I think this is the one from the Japanese release. I don't know what it's called because I've never heard it before, but I thought that was really neat. I wanted to share that with you. All right. So with that, we'll call that the end of the stream. So thanks for tuning in. Tune in next time because we're going to be having a lot of fun. We'll do a lot more story next time. Things will start to get a little bit more hairy and more fun. Yeah, I love this game, and I hope you do too. All right, I'll see you next time.
夜空